Hello. Part 2, ACDF, anterior cervical dissection and fusion surgery. I am 6 weeks yesterday post-op. Had my surgery on 9/9 of 2020. What I started to tell y'all in the first video, is the massive amounts of pain that, turn the light on, that I'm having now, and that I believe what everybody's saying on the different websites, that I have completely overdone it. I felt amazing. And not by doing anything, it's just the amount of time, and I felt great, not sitting around resting. But I gave you I say it backwards, so I've got my notepad where I've been making notes. It's called ASD disease. And if you have pre-existing problems, like I do on 6 and 7, we chose to take care of the big problems first, do it, hopefully just one section, but there's no way that's going to be the case. It stands for adjacent segment disease. I did tons and tons of research trying to figure out, could this be true? And to me, I felt like, now that I research it, 6 and 7's been bad. And like I said, my first surgery scheduled for severe right bulging discs. My neck no longer, as I said in the first video, curves a natural C, curves backwards like everybody else's. It was straight up and down back in 2007 and 8 when I had MRIs and they were going to do the fusion then. And I was very scared. I was 41, terrified, and I canceled the surgery and said I'll deal with it. So I've dealt with a lot of arm and shoulder pain. Nothing like this. I feel like it made sense how he wanted to do it, and maybe it'll still make sense, but it's kind of like building a house on a crumbly foundation that's already, it already has stenosis, which is narrowing of the foraminal, I can't say it, canal, which is the canal your nerves come out of. When you have severe narrowing and degenerative disc, I have that also, and then bulging disc in 6 and 7. And I also have osteophytes, which is a fancy word for bone spurs. They removed some in 4 and 5, and I have, I forgot to pull that paperwork up here, I believe 3 bone spurs, which can push on your spinal cord and cause permanent damage. I had the needles, the stinging poker sensations when I fell in March in my left hand, very, very bad. It woke me up. Cry, very, very, very painful. That's why the surgeon and I, the third opinion I got, chose to do 4 and 5. I believe I have the ASD, adjacent segment disease. There's a lot of great videos on this on YouTube, and newer videos, look at the years on them, and some great surgeons, and I'll write down their names. I don't know how to link anything. I don't know how to edit this and make it more fun. I did upload a video editor, and I'm going to see how I can play with that. Anyhow, and a little bit of numbness when I fell, running down my left leg, burning, tingling, go to sleep a lot. That's the main reason, because of lack of sleep and the pain level of when I fell. And your fingers and hands, I'm left-handed, and it's affecting my left side. When I shifted those 3, 4, and 5 to the left, 6 and 7 are going to the right. Now my symptoms are rubbery legs. I walked right after surgery around the block, took big deep breaths, come back in, sit down, did it again. Did really well. I had my neck brace on. Very, very little pain. I didn't have any pain in the incision in the front, which looks yucky. It's got Um, it got re-glued last Wednesday because I have an infection in there and a small hole. And I'll do that in another video. And I'm on my second round of antibiotics. So I haven't looked at it. He retaped. The incision itself looks great. There's a little hole like the size of a pencil lead. There was. He said they don't ever want to see holes because it's very, very bad. And I'll make another video about that. My symptoms now since surgery are rubbery legs, instability. I have lost 90% of the use of my legs for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I couldn't go up 3 steps to get to my bathroom. I am on ice right now. You can see the ice machine. I stay on ice all the time. Ice heals bones. That's what my surgeon said. Okay, let me stay on task here. Very bad rubbery legs, instability, ringing in my ears if I barely tilt down, turn a little bit to the left or the right. If I stay straight, the real bad ringing goes away. I haven't had but a couple headaches. I see people have a lot of those, so I've been very lucky with that. Now I have severe pain in my hand and arms. My neck and shoulder pain, and I'm hoping it's from healing, is, they say, you know, rate your pain, and 10 being the worst. I know we all feel this way, but I want to say it, I mean, 10, 10, 10, you know, 1,000 times. Can I give you the number 1,000? Debilitating pain to where I've now been in the house for 5 straight days and done absolutely nothing. I've never done that since this whole surgery. I've got my arm propped up on a pillow. I've got my heating pad because my nerves are just firing, jumping, shock. It's horrible. To ride in the car, I wanted to get out of the house for a minute last night. Just ride with him to go to Dollar General, and it was so painful. You automatically want to look and turn or see the person in the car. You don't realize it beside you, and it just catches my breath. And it's the lower down here, and it just shoots. In this left side, it's I've spent a lot of time crying. I am on 4 Vicodin a day for the pain, muscle relaxers, Lyrica, 150 milligrams in the morning and 150 milligrams in the evening, which I also have fibromyalgia, and that's, you know, an autoimmune disease. Your whole body hurts with it. So I don't feel like my fibromyalgia's flared up, but in like one spot on my right where it always does, shoulder blade. When I fell in March, I also broke 5 ribs and kept telling them my upper back hurt, and nobody did x-rays. So right before surgery, pre-op, I fell in March. I found out September 5th, while I was getting my lung x-rays, that I had 5 broken ribs, and 3 hadn't healed properly because I didn't know, and I just continued to do what I do, you know, do things. I'm trying to smile for y'all, and I did go in there. I look like a damn ghost sitting in this house. I'm going crazy. Now my co-pilot, River, are you the nurse for today? River, are you the co-pilot? He's the cutest chihuahua. They're so great. They stay right by your side. But I will make another video on the scariness of this infection. And no, that's glue. I can't touch it. You know, put soap. You just hurry up and wash your hair. I can't lean back. But try to lean a little bit. Use my sprayer. I don't stand under it. That's why I'm so white. I've not gone to the pool. I live in Florida. I've not gone outside to sweat. Nothing. We're trying to keep this glued shut and no pus running out of it. If that happens, it's a whole nother big, very scary deal. And I'm just doing positive reinforcements. I'm very impatient and depressed these last 4 days with the level of pain I'm having. I've wanted to go to the emergency room. I just don't feel like it should be so excruciating just to stand up slowly, and dizziness, a lot of dizziness, and go to the restroom a few, not very far, and come back and sit down and pull your recliner up again. It's excruciating. Like, it's nausea. I'm hardly eating. It's this part's not fun, but I still feel like I'm gonna wait and see. But the reason I say that is not that I have the ASD, adjacent segment disease. Y'all will have to look that up. I still believe my 6 and 7, now that they straighten 4 and 5 and put the cage and set it where it's supposed to be. 6 and 7 now put, when you read on that, let me re-explain. So either above it, below where you just had your fusion, I have a 1-level fusion, now that it's fusing together and it's stabilized with your plate, cage plate, well, it's a plate, the ones above it and the ones below it, your segment of spine, now has to double work, because that one doesn't work anymore. It stays straight. So now when I go to turn my neck, that stays straight. So it put extra strain down here and up here. They have to overcompensate and do double the work now. Well, my 6 and 7's never even done the work. I've put it all on the other ones because I know you just can't. I can't look up. Like, no way. It feels like my bones will literally break in my neck. I just feel like I would be further along in my recovery than I am at 5 weeks. I felt great. I felt amazing. And then it seems like when it started fusing, I've already had x-rays. It was already starting to fuse at 4 weeks, which was really good. 6 and 7's trying to overcompensate. And if I sit up, this is as far as I can turn my head without excruciating pain. And this was with all the medication I'm on. Pain pills, muscle relaxers, ice. All day long I sit on ice. Take it off, put it on. I don't just mess with it. I'm trying to heal myself. But if I turn this way, it catches my breath like something's just broke in my neck and my shoulder. This way's the worst. There is no up. That's it. I should be able to go way up, at least some up. That's it. Down is, you just feel it in 6 and 7, that tiny motion. And they had told you to do stretches, and the physical therapist, and see, I shake my head. I move my hands when I talk. That's why I haven't made any videos. I'm not hanging out with anybody. I don't know how to talk without my hands. Maybe tomorrow or the next day, this starts falling off and we'll see if the hole's closed. I'll make a video and I'll learn how to put pictures that I've taken of the process of my throat all along, in case anybody else has an infection. And like I said in the first video, if you have hypothyroidism, a low thyroid, a lot of surgeons and case studies they're doing now are finding we tend to get ulcers, holes, sores, infection in our wound site around ACDF surgery. They're not sure why. It's not producing enough chemicals. Your body's changing. Your hormone, your gland, your thyroid producing gland is like a butterfly shape, and it sets right here in the front. A little bigger on the top, littler on the bottom. It has 4 lobes. And mine doesn't work without medication. So that was interesting that I found that 3 days ago, laying here doing nothing but researching. I've learned more about my spine, nerves, spinal stenosis, myelopathy, foraminal stenosis, which is narrowing of the spine, spinal canal. I've learned so much. But I'm mad at myself and been crying saying I wish I never had the surgery, because this pain now to just move, you see what it takes for me to move. Well, I can't lay in the bed because I roll on my side real gently. I have to have help. And then try to pull your body up. I feel like my neck is broken back here. Just excruciating pain. If I wasn't on pain meds, I'd be at the ER like Every time they released me, I'd turn around and walk right back in till they did something. That's how bad my pain is, and I'm pretty strong. I hope this was helpful. I'm just learning on this YouTube. Please like, comment, share. You can follow me. And as I said, maybe tomorrow I'll make a video about the infection in the wound that was healed and closed up that opened up and popped out. I'm going to do some more research on that. But anyhow, River, come here. Come here and tell him goodbye. That's my little husky chihuahua. These animals keep me going. They're so sweet. Thank y'all for the encouraging and kind words. I'm not trying to be scary. The surgery itself, I healed beautifully. I mean, in the beginning, and felt amazing. So, I think, well, I'll have to with a level 6 and 7. I'm very sure of it. But we'll see. I'm doing everything he said. Thank you for the well wishes, your support, my friends and family. I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.